What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Now, as COPPA looms and more information does come out, certainly there's more questions than answers. Still, as content creators, we're unsure how all of this is going to affect our channels, whether or not they're going to be able to grow, what kind of enforcement are we really going to see. You know, it started out as, hey, fines of $42K if you violate COPPA. Then we got more information that told us, well, it's actually just a percentage of what the video earned. And if your video doesn't earn any money, well, I suppose I don't think they're going to target you. But now we're starting to see the narrative around COPPA shift, where legacy media seems to be happy about it. Now, this is coming from the same people that have endlessly seeked out opportunities to destroy YouTubers because they've been replaced by YouTubers. There are people like me whose YouTube career is simply reading legacy media and laughing at it. And that really sticks in their craw. Legacy media is behind most of the apocalypses and constant smear pieces against creators like PewDiePie and others. So you'll pardon me if I don't care what they have to say about COPPA. These are the same websites that don't have to live by the same rules we do. These are the same websites that beg people to turn off that pesky ad block. These are the same websites that print lies willingly, smears willingly about other human beings simply to generate clicks. So you'll pardon me, slate.com, if I don't care what you have to say. You put out an article saying, misinformed YouTubers are undermining the fight for children's privacy online. They think that protecting kids online will destroy the video platform. They're wrong. Oh, I'm sure you're think of the kids, Slate. Think of the kids. Think of the kids. Yeah, I'm sure you're really, really worried about the kids, Slate, and you're not just reveling in the fact that YouTubers are stressing out now. Now, the latest people fighting against children's privacy are not slick lobbyists, but instead a group much closer to home. YouTubers with family and kids vlogs. That is one of the most ridiculous statements. It is the first sentence in your article. You are completely misrepresenting the concern of COPPA. You say that people on YouTube are fighting against kids' privacy. Are you joking? Where are those videos? Where are those videos where you have big YouTubers, small YouTubers, any YouTubers fighting against the privacy? In fact, in my own videos, I've said at length that I 100% support COPPA, but I'm concerned with how YouTube is implementing it. But, you know, truth doesn't matter when you're slate.com. The current target is the COPPA Act, a federal statute passed in 1998, aims to put parents in control of their kids' data. The FTC reviews COPPA every 10 years, and in 2013, the agenda, blah, 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 blah. We know Google then neither admitted nor denied these allegations, but paid $170 million nonetheless, which we all know is an admission. Now that the agency is beginning its 2023 review of COPPA, early in the response to, quote, rapid changes in technologies, and YouTubers are currently organizing a push for the FTC to weaken protections for children online. No, they're not. This is a disgusting misrepresentation again. We just want transparency. We just want to know what is going to be considered family friendly or targeted towards kids, so we can either adjust our content appropriately or adjust our business models appropriately. Look, if I was a channel that made videos specifically for young kids, I would be rolling out a subscription service. I would be really pushing my membership button. By the way, below this video is a little join button for most people. It's a great way to support the channel. You get highlighted comments and stuff like that. You get emojis and all sorts of fun stuff. It's like a Twitch sub, but it goes directly to the creator. See, that's what I would do. Now, these content creators have flooded the agency with comments and created a petition with 730,000 signatures asking the FTC to carve out an exception that would leave their livelihoods unchanged. Again, not true. The YouTubers have released talking points for content creators and viewers to include in their comments to the FTC. Even PewDiePie chimed in with a video about COPPA for his 102 million subscribers. A number that you could only dream of, Slay. As a result of this call to action, the FTC has received more than 152,000 comments so far. Oh, boo-hoo. Sorry, not sorry. For comparison, after 3 rounds of requesting comments of the public during the 2013 review of COPPA, the FTC received fewer than 500. So, I don't get your point. We are more aware of it now. YouTube is wildly popular among kids. More than 3/4 of 8 to 12-year-olds report using the site. How did you collect that data, Slate? Did you ask their parents' permission? And it's its fifth most popular video with 4 billion views is of children and animated characters singing Baby Shark. Its content is incredibly lucrative for YouTube, which keeps nearly half of the advertising revenue. It keeps way more than half by the content on the platform. It even promoted the site to advertisers as a way to reach children. But because YouTube doesn't want to have to concern itself with children's privacy protections, it continues to claim that the site is only for ages 13 and older. However, as Massachusetts Senator Ed Markey recently noted in a letter to Google about protecting children online, the access that children have to YouTube carries with it a corporate obligation to institute and enforce policies that protect the well-being of these young users. Think of the kids. As part of its FTC settlement, Google created a new system allowing YouTubers to mark their content as made for kids. Once they do, Google disables some of the site's features, such as personalized advertising. What that means is a 90% drop in revenue, commenting, and notification. Even if you don't care about the revenue, which I know most people watching these videos don't care, but as a content viewer, you won't be able to comment, you won't be able to like or dislike. As a content producer, if you don't care about the money, you will not be able to promote your content in the same way. YouTube is not going to recommend your video. YouTube is not going to add it to their algorithm. It's going to remain in its own kind of sectioned off area. But YouTubers seem confused about what these practices mean, why Google has implemented them. As a result, many are unintentionally spreading misinformation about the children's privacy law. Some claims that YouTube will have to ban certain types of content, such as videos about popular game Roblox. Others, from food bloggers to Capella artists, worry that YouTube will have to disable all personal advertising on a video just because children may watch it. First of all, I haven't seen any videos of people complaining about having to ban content. I haven't seen anybody complaining about that. Google has not said they're going to ban that type of content. So I don't know which video you watch. It certainly wasn't any of the most popular ones. One commenter even said that they may have to start swearing like a sailor and incorporate more adult conversations or videos to avoid being covered by COPPA. Yeah, it could be making an example. It could be saying, hey, I don't understand how this works. Please give us more information. Here's an example of how I may have to react. But that doesn't fit your narrative, does it? On the site, reveals the number of content creators and informing loyal viewers at COPPA, and the settlement may end YouTube as we know it. It's not what COPPA does. Under this law, companies with content directed towards kids must inform parents what information they collect from kids and obtain parental permission before they collect it. So the content creators complaining that this law prohibits all personalized ads are simply misinformed and spreading that in misinformation. If a company like Google really wanted to use personalized ads on videos for kids, it would just get their parents' permission first. Are you joking? Are you joking? This is your argument. Oh my Lord, you are dumb. Okay, first of all, YouTube and Google are the same company. The ads that we see on YouTube are run through Google AdSense. They're the same, okay? So it's not like it's Google and YouTube are separate entities just trying to get by. They're the same company. Second of all, how exactly do you think you're going to get parents okay, by the way? As if it were just so easy to do. What if Slate.com needed to do that to run any ads whatsoever? Before any ads would run on your site, you'd have to somehow get a written letter from their parents that would allow every person. And how many parents would you need to get these letters for? It's ridiculous. But instead, Google is acting as if children on YouTube and the protections they're afforded are relatively new phenomena, exacerbating content creators' misunderstanding of the law. No, it's not just YouTube. It's also the FTC. It's the people behind COPPA. And it's morons like you who write these articles who clearly don't understand how YouTube works either. COPPA isn't new. The law has been around longer than YouTube. And the fact that the company is just now starting to comply with it is no one's fault but YouTube's. Okay, great. How does that change how creators feel? Google could stop turning a blind eye to kids on YouTube, allow kids to create accounts, and then ask for parental permission as it does with the Google Play Store. So a meaningless checkbox? I don't think that would comply. I don't think that would work. In fact, if it would work, there's absolutely no reason Google wouldn't do that. If you thought for a minute like an adult and not with somebody who's trying to fulfill an agenda, how this works out, you must understand that Google, if there was any way for them to keep the existing system running, they would have done it by now. If there's any reasonable way. They are not interested in removing the number of ads that run on their site. They are not interested in in reducing the number of people that use their site. So it's absolutely ridiculous to claim that, well, all they'd have to do is get parental permission. Sure, spoken like a true moron. So, in fact, despite nearly 2 decades of the industry claiming that these rules would destroy the online market for children's content, just as content creators are doing now, plenty of companies comply with COPPA by allowing kids under 13 to create accounts and treating their data differently. Yeah, but that doesn't work that way with advertising videos. So you're saying that some kid downloading Club Penguin is the same thing as some kid passively watching YouTube videos while they're at school on the phone or on their iPod or whatever it is. It's not the same thing, and it's not the same thing at all. In fact, most software that treats kids' data differently has already made their money up front. Instead, YouTube has been encouraging content creators to take up their concerns with the FTC. I'm not sure I've seen that. Have you? Again, this would be a great spot to link a video or an article where YouTube is in fact doing that, but apparently you were too busy. Perhaps hoping to escape stronger children's privacy rules in the future. We reached out to Google to get a better sense of the full extent of its efforts, encouraging YouTubers to advocate against COPPA. Where's that? Where's that happening? I haven't received any letters from Susan telling me to produce videos on this. Has anybody else out there? Given the clear parallels between Google's talking points and those of content creators, but Google never responded. Imagine that. So you reached out to Google and said, hey, are you telling content creators to make these videos? And they didn't respond to your ridiculous question. Legacy media is dead. This person's a moron. Have a nice day.